Yeah, we came too far in the darkest days. Don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far in the darkest days. Don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far in the darkest days. Don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far in the darkest days.
Hi, what up, y'all? Planet of Fake for Kids and Pigstar HH News. There's a video circulating of police harassing some Winston Salem teens just walking down the street. Allegedly, there was some type of break-in where juveniles was involved, and then they decided to blame these juveniles. A lady basically recorded it from her front lawn, I guess, and police tried to make her get off her own front lawn. And this is my thing. We just watched the whole black community unite to get Biden in office, but who noticed the black community hasn't united so they could lay down the standards of people's rights across America. And they're never going to do that, because you got black people that think your rights change in every area you go in. Like, you don't have the right to do this in Salem, Winston, or you don't have the right to do this in Atlanta because of Atlanta laws, or you don't have the right to do this in Dallas because of Dallas laws. And I told you that makes no sense. If you're an American, your rights don't change no matter where you go on this land. But people are not on America. They're trapped in states and cities. And when you ask them what a state or city is, they can't even tell you. They tell you it's a place. So now that it's a place, and this place got a constitution, they really think that their rights are in that constitution. People don't even know what constitution means, but y'all know to vote for Biden. And that's why people are the biggest jokes of history, and will remain to be the biggest jokes of history, because everything grown up you're supposed to know to protect your babies, you don't know. And everything to sell your babies out, you're familiar with. But anyway, check this video out. Teenagers being detained by Winston Salem police. Shout out to Kingpin for this. With that being said, what you heard and saw was the content. For additional content, click the link in the description. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, visit my community wall, and if you have time, go to www.amore-ega.com/TV. That's our Planet of the Fakes too. We are the new umbrella.
Planet of the Fakes for kids and knowledge. People also ask. Family of Winston Salem teenager stunned after seeing video of their daughter's arrest. Winston Salem, NC. A Winston Salem family is in shock after cell phone video shows how their 15-year-old daughter was taken into police custody before being arrested. Saturday around 6:30 p.m., 5 teenagers were walking down Hartford Street in Winston-Salem when officers approached them, police said. One of them was my daughter. They started asking questions about who they were and why they were over there. Ernest Sides Jr., one of the teenagers' fathers, said. Winston-Salem police said they were investigating a report of several juveniles who were trying to break into a vacant house near where the teenagers were walking. The confrontation between police and the teenagers unfolded in front of Peggy Dole's house. Dole got her phone out and started recording. I stepped out and asked for the officer's badge number. He looked at me and told me to step out of the investigation or I would be in handcuffs, too, Dole said. That officer can then be heard in the video asking for a specific teenager's name. When she refused, he reached out for her and she put her hands up quickly and ran away. The officer chased her, caught up to her, and they both fell to the ground. I could not protect her with my life. I could not protect her because I had no choice, said Sides Jr., who was home when this was happening. Sides Jr. said his heart dropped when he saw the video of his daughter's arrest. I heard her screaming with these cops' knees in her back. I heard her screaming, "Please get off me, I didn't do anything," he said. Sides Jr. said he couldn't believe how his daughter was arrested and that the other police officers allowed this to happen. How could the other officer sit around and watch them take my child to the ground the way that they did? He asked. Police said while detaining 2 teenagers, 1 juvenile resisted, and another assaulted an officer. All 5 juveniles were transported to the police department to be interviewed, police said. They were released to their parents or guardians. WZE spoke to Police Chief Katrina Thompson over the phone. She released this statement. It's been brought to my attention and the Professional Standards Division is conducting the administrative investigation into this entire incident. This is a group of black teenagers walking through their own neighborhood being stopped by a group of white officers. Of course, they're going to be scared. They just watched a friend of theirs get tackled and put in handcuffs," said Dole. "Do you not understand? After everything that's happened this past summer with George Floyd and everything that's come out, how can you not understand that they're terrified?" she asked. While he still can't believe what happened, Sides Jr. says he's glad his daughter is physically okay, but knows this will haunt her mentally. "Trying my best to be calm, but every time I turn around, I look at my daughter and I see that I could not protect her as I'm supposed to do as a father," Sides Jr. said. This case remains open, and it's being investigated internally by the Winston-Salem Police Department. Thank you very much. Go to www.amer-eca.com.
You guys okay?
What's your name? Please just be quiet, babe.
What's your name, bro?
Not here, babe. Please, man. Sir, you don't have to come up here. No, I'm okay. You're fine.
I just want to step over there.
Okay, I'm not doing it.
Step up over there.
Okay, you got it. Calm down.
You okay, man?
Please.
I ain't even saying that. You guys ain't no ID. Like he put me on the ground for no reason.
No, chill out, bro. Yeah, we know they be doing that shit. Just shut up. Just stop. They gonna, if you ain't resisting, you still gonna get fucking slammed. Just be quiet.
I just told y'all to shut up. Y'all see what I did? They pulled up my shit.
Yes, you was there.
Not here.
Yeah, okay. What's your name, man?
Why are you asking for my name?
I need everybody's information.
Because
Because I'm investigating house breaking.
but it wasn't us.
Okay?
We
well,
weren't
at this
over
point,
there.
you were all here, and I'm speaking
It's
to you.
5 black people walking down the street.
That has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. Okay, why you stop? Why you stop?
Appreciate you, bro. No.
It's 5 black people walking down the street
Would-
from in our neighborhood.
Are you going to provide me with the information?
No,
or
we're
are you going to go in handcuffs too?
we're not.
Then you can go in handcuffs too.
Officer,
You don't have to put me in handcuffs.
Provide me with her name and go in handcuffs.
Please, sir, no.
Then tell her to give me her name.
No.
officer, can I get your name and your badge number, please?
Because I have not done nothing.
Step out of my investigation. You're
This
gonna
is
go in
my
handcuffs
yard.
too. Step out of my investigation or you're going to go in handcuffs too.
Officer, this is my
You're
front
stepping
yard.
in the way of my investigation.
Then I'll take a step back.
Before you go to jail too.
I'll take a step back, but please give me your name and badge number.
Because I have no reason to.
You're not involved. Please back up.
Okay, we're not
I'm just going to continue
She
recording.
can record, but she has to back up.
We told we're not even. You stop that.
Are you going to give me your name or not?
We told you. Stop.
Jesus Christ.
Back up!
Back up, really get up.
Bro, oh my God, bro, my mama. Bro, I swear to God, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too fucking much. Y'all doing all of you stop what's
Back up in the yard.
Girls,
I swear to God, bro.
come over here, sit down on the curb and stay calm. I'm recording this whole thing. Okay? Don't give me any...
Us walking, literally.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Sit down, catch your breath, stay calm. Don't give anybody any reason to grab you and put you on the ground.
They put us over here for no reason. We didn't do nothing. They looking for a name. They put us over. Now my boyfriend still here for what? For what? I need you. For what, bro? We didn't do nothing to them.
We ain't do that.
I don't want to talk to none of you. Let me go. On my face.
What's your name, man?
I don't know. I don't have a name.
Yeah, they want to know everybody's name. Like, y'all definitely know.
He's good. He's been cool.
None of it.
Mr. Boston, great.
What did I even do?
She's explaining it.
That's what we're investigating for.
Somebody nice enough.
Are you going to provide me with your name?
We try to explain it to you.
What's your name?
Hey, damn, let me get a chance. No, just be quiet.
How she going ahead?
So now we've got 3 teenagers in handcuffs. in my front yard. These kids were walking down the street. I personally saw this officer tackle two of them, one of them a teenage girl.
Because we're getting out of this, we're calming things down, and we're going to investigate. That's what we're doing right now. But it wasn't like, we don't know who it was because we just got. But how you just gonna take? That's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out. Down the street to go to our house. Okay. So what's going to happen now is we're trying to get everybody identified. Y'all look like juveniles. We're going to contact parents. That's what we're going to do. But we wasn't around. So we don't know that. We just got here. We have to investigate. So how you gonna take them though? I know I wasn't out here, but I'm hearing. We're going to get everybody identified. We're going to check the house. We're going to contact them downtown. No, we're going to contact parents. So like come here? Yes. How old are y'all? We're going to contact your parents. We're going to contact your parents. For what? This is, I understand that you're younger, okay? So I'm trying to explain this to you where you can understand it. We got pros that one of the homes were broken into. Walking in between me. Okay? And they were juveniles and they were walking away from the house right now. So I'm not sure what happened when the other officers got here, but right now, they're saying that y'all broke into the house. I don't know where the house is, but we're going to go through it, okay? And we're going to get your name, we're going to contact your parents. That's what's happening right now. You're not trying to holler and scream and do all this other stuff? Just for us walking down the street. Right. What's your name? This gentleman you can speak to. What's your name? You guys up the street of the house? Not on the door. S-H-A-N-Y-T. What's your last name? I'm just asking. You was in this car, right? Yeah. Instead of birthday. You see me dropping everything, like, come on. Let me, get any weapons on you? Where you live? Anything in your bag is legal. What's your house there? We're going to have to get a call from your parents. Okay, well, like, bro, I'll take the bag off. I don't know how to. As long as a little bit of weed. That ain't gonna work. You're not 18, right? So, what's going on right now? Y'all have been on your way. You gotta call your parents because you're under 18. I still gotta check the whole thing. Who's the responsible for you? I'm with them. But who is your... There's no 22 on you though, right? That's your mother? You got a phone number for her? You're not under arrest, okay? I'm just gonna... It's a clip on here. You can take the clip off. What's your address? You're not under arrest, right? You can only be under arrest just because there's bullets on you. I tell you, bro. You know your address? I've been Kenny Place. Hey, but look, though, it's a clip behind my back. You can take the bag off and take it off. Where's the clip at? It's right there. But no danger when you go through the
It's gonna be okay, baby. It's gonna be okay. Stop arguing with us. Stop trying to goddamn. You're doing too much. Stop arguing with us. Tell me your name.
Hey, sweetheart. I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to stand right here and make sure you're okay. Honey, you didn't do anything wrong. Okay? Stay calm.
I didn't do nothing.
Calm down. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Back up. Mama, come get me right here.
We're gonna call your mama. Here.
Why?
Get your feet
Why I gotta go to police department?
Get your feet in the car.
But why? I didn't do nothing.
Get your feet.
My mama live up the street.
Listen to
Go
me.
get her.
Get your feet in the car.
No. Girl, get in the car. Get in the car. Go get my mama. Get in the car.
They gonna end up keeping her. Come out here, AD.
Do these kids stay over in this neighborhood?
These kids are crazy.
I know I've seen these kids walking through the neighborhood before.
Police so they stay putting them on their head. They bro, I'm telling you, they is not playing.
No, I heard the yelling, and when I came out, I saw the officer with the shaved head throwing one of the boys to the ground. the girl with the braids in the back of that car, he picked her up and slammed her to the ground too. And I believe I got that on tape.
Let me call you back.
Because these are just kids.
I know it.
I see them walking through the neighborhood all the time. They never bother anybody.
I don't know why they kind of fucking with these kids. But if y'all know anybody, y'all know these kids, call their parents, man. These police is putting these kids on their damn neck. This shit crazy. Got the whole police department out here. Kids, I don't even, they about, what, 14, 15?
15, 16, yeah, right around there.
Crazy.
What you want to tell me, ma'am?
I was trying to get that girl calmed down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you were
She's-
trying to tell me something up
The
there.
officer with the shaved head picked her up and slammed her face down into the street. That's why she's hysterical.
That's not exactly how it happened, because I was the one that helped put her in arrest in the street. But I understand that's why we got video. That's why we wear video cameras, so we can capture exactly what we need
So
to do.
that poor girl is terrified. I see these kids walking through this neighborhood all the time. They all live in this area.
Do you know why the police?
I live here.
Do you know why the police were called?
I heard them saying something about a house that was broken into.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll try to see what we can get sorted out. They're all going down to the police department since they're underage, and we'll contact
Their
parents.
parents,
and
I
start
don't know
figuring
why
out what's
she didn't
going
tell y'all her name so her parents can.
on. Well, that would have made things a lot easier if we just.
Planet of the Fakes for Kids. And Knowledge. A group of black teenagers were questioned, harassed, tackled, and detained by Winston police for allegedly attempted to break in a house in their neighborhood. Defund the police, hire educated people, extensive training in human behavior in the social environment, psychological evaluations, and demilitarization. If you work in that neighborhood, you should know them because Officer Norman know the people, but it is not just a job. You don't care about the people, then go to the Amory. That was wrong. He was supposed to give his badge number. He wouldn't do that. He needs to be fired if he's still on the force. Y'all and Durham need to do something. Really, everybody all over this is going on everywhere. He had no right to run and slam that child in the street. Police will continue to abuse black people, but they won't get by forever. What needs to be investigated? Obviously, they were bothering those kids for no real reason except they were black. They're questioning minors without parents or legal representation. Know your rights, people. Keep your mouth shut and sue later. Yelling and resisting only helps them out. I thought Durham PD was bad, but these gang members with badges are out of control. Eventually we're going to say enough is enough. Remember, a good cop that don't stop a bad cop is just as bad as the bad cop. Patrick Watkins bought it on themselves. 1- they are teens exercising their rights. 2- if the police without a doubt cannot identify who committed the crime, you do not have to identify yourself. This is not a stop and ID state. It's your 4th Amendment. Matt Lewis and see what they got. When I was young, we gave our ID and name and treated cops the way you supposed to. Patrick Watkins and cops have a duty to treat civilians the way they're supposed to. King Solomon wrote about this, calling it injustice in the courts of justice, meaning those who have sworn to protect your rights are the very ones abusing them. I'm glad they had somebody to keep them calm, because sometimes you have to be the voice of comments when kids, whether they're teenagers or not, you know they act irrational at times, and they was very upset. I'm glad she got them to calm down. You can think more clearly when you're not upset, so I hope everything worked out. That bully of an officer would never forget my name, and if he ever saw my child/children again in life, he would have a nervous breakdown. They are terrorizing our children simply because they can. This why most cities can't afford to fix the roads, because of cops like this violating people, civil rights and constitutional rights. Another great lawsuit. My hats off to the police officer, making a way for people to have an easy retirement plan. The tall cop standing in the street kept his hand on his gun. They came looking to blame somebody, and these teenagers made their evening. Now what about the break-in? They will not look for anyone else more. Now this don't add up. All the cops just stop looking for the peoples that did the break-in. First of all, the kids were smart not giving up their names. It's night, nobody can identify that they were the kids who broke in the house from another set of children. Giving up your names would allow the police to come back at a later time and blame them. They were going to be arrested anyway. Wherever you're an African American teen, go to the police station, give no statement, just your phone number, and let your parents handle the rest. Look what happened to the Brooklyn teens. The thing is, yes, she coulda just said her mom name, but by the law they swore to uphold. We don't have to, and we need to start standing up just like that. By law, if you not caught in the crime, it's not one, so therefore you don't have to answer no question. Thank you very, very, very much. Go to www.amer-eka.
This morning in 12 Investigates, a video shows a tense interaction between Winston-Salem police officers and a teenager who ends up being arrested. Brandon Bates spoke with her father, the woman who recorded the video, and police.
Be quiet.
I just told y'all to chill out.
Saturday night around 6:30, 5 teenagers were walking down Hartford Street in Winston-Salem when officers approached them.
What's your name, man?
Why are you asking for my name?
I need everybody's information. Because I'm investigating a house break-in.
But it wasn't us.
Okay.
One of them was my daughter, and started asking them questions about who they were and where they were over there.
Winston-Salem police say they were investigating a report of several juveniles who were trying to break into a vacant house.
The girls were standing about where you are. The officer was here. I was here.
The whole situation unfolded in front of Peggy Dole's home, so she got her phone out and started recording this video.
I stepped out here and asked for the officer's name and badge number. He turned to me and told me that I needed to get out of the way. Officer, can I get your name and your badge number, please?
Because I have not done nothing wrong.
This is
my investigation.
This is my yard.
That officer can then be seen asking again for a specific teenager's name, and when she refused again, this happened.
Are you going to give me your name or not?
I could not protect her with my life. I could not protect her because I had no choice.
While the teenager was in handcuffs, her dad was at home. He eventually saw the video and his heart dropped.
I heard her screaming with these cops' knees in her back. I heard her screaming, please get off of me. I didn't do anything.
Listen. Go get her. Get your feet in the car. No. Get in the car.
How could the other officers sit around and watch them take my child to the ground the way that they did?
Police say while detaining 2 teenagers, 1 juvenile resisted and another assaulted an officer. WXII spoke to Police Chief Katrina Thompson over the phone, and she released this statement. Quote, "It's been brought to my attention and the Professional Standards Division is conducting the administrative investigation into this entire incident," end quote.
This was a group of black teenagers walking through their own neighborhood, being stopped by a group of white officers, and of course they're going to be scared. They just watched a friend of theirs get tackled and laid face down on the pavement and put in handcuffs. Do you not understand, after everything that's happened over this past summer, after George Floyd, after everything that's come out, how could you not understand that they're terrified?
And while he still can't believe what happened, Ernest Side says he's glad his daughter is physically okay, but knows this will haunt her mentally.
I'm trying my best to be calm, but every time I turn around, I look at my daughter, and I see that I could not protect her the way that I'm supposed to as a father.
And that was Brandon Bates reporting this morning. Both teenagers who were arrested were released back to their family. This case remains open.
What up, y'all? Planet of the Fakes, king of content. Thank you for looking at my video. And also, I need y'all to basically follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is it ain't even POTF. It's just planet_of_the fakes. Planet_of_the fakes. Subscribe to all my channels too. Mainly Planet of the Fakes, Umbrella Corp, POTFS, Planet of the Fakes Women Group, Planet of the Fakes 4KDZ, and make sure you like us on Facebook. Just put POTFS Global News. Thanks for watching our video, and definitely make sure you visit www.amor-eka.com/TV, and that's basically where you see thousands of videos on our website, unflaggable, uncopyrightable. You could be there too. Just get your content together. King of content, queens of content, Planet of the Fakes too. We are a platform. With that being said, what you heard and saw was the content. For additional content, click the link in the description. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, visit my community wall, and if you have time, go to www.amore-eka.com/TV. That's our Planet of the Fakes 2. We are the new umbrella, Planet of. And I wanted to bring some things to your attention. Oh, you know I'm going to follow that. You know I'm going to follow that. I'm going to follow that. Oh, I'm definitely going to follow that. I'm following that. I'm following that. Following that. Skip, 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 skip. Skip, 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 skip. Oh, I'm following that. 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 Oh, I'm following that. I'm following